famous surfers are headed over to Wrightsville Beach, I believe, this weekend. They're not hitting the beach, or the waves at least. They'll be at Red Dogs. Shocker, but not for what you think. It's for an art show sponsored by Billabong. And what does surfing and art have in common? Well, for that, I turn this way and look at Zach Hunt. He's going to let us know how those two worlds collide. Nice tie, Zach. Looking good, buddy.
Thank you very much, Colin Hackman. You look great yourself. The most important thing this weekend, well, today actually, is going to be the art show at Red Dogs, like you were saying. So I'm joined with Sean Ruttkay with Elemental Digital Arts, and he's going to explain a little bit about the art show and then about how he is involved with it and creates beautiful, beautiful works of art with pictures from right here in Wrightsville Beach. So good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Zach. Thanks for coming out to my studio.
Absolutely. So tell us about the art show, how people can go see it and get involved.
Well, it's going to be tonight at Red Dogs in Wrightsville Beach, and it's all ages, so bring the family. It's going to be a very family-friendly affair. It's going to be from 8 until whenever, and bring yourself, bring your family, and have a good time.
Now, are people going to be able to buy artwork?
Yes, there's going to be a lot of art for sale there. I'm personally going to have about 5 pieces. There's a number of other surf artists who are also going to be there showing their work, and some high-named surfers are also coming to town for the event.
What surfers' names can you throw out there just real quick?
Donovan Frankenator. He's a popular surfer in the United States. He does a lot of music work and visual artistry, so it should be a good time.
And real quick, just about EDA Surf and what you do, just a real quick summary of what you do.
In less than 10 seconds, what I do is I deliver nature to your living space. So if you have an interior space that needs decoration or an exterior space that needs decoration, I can fulfill that. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing specifically water to your space.
Well, there you go. We're going to get a little more in depth with that when we come back, and we'll show you some of his pieces of artwork and exactly how he does it in about 30 minutes. Bob, back to you. Good morning, Carolina in the Morning fans. I hope you're having a splendid Thursday. I'm here with Sean Ruttkay of EDA Surf, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the way he captures his art. And the reason being, there's an art show tonight at Red Dogs from 8 until whenever, ? So come on out, it'll be fun. So Sean, tell us a little bit about how you get these amazing pictures.
Well, Zach, before I come here to my studio in Wilmington, I need to go out in the field and gather my content. A lot of people take for granted an image before they see it. I need to go to great lengths to get my content. So what we have here is where it all starts. This is my camera, and what we have hooked up is a fisheye lens with a dome port. I can control my camera here on the back, and I have a flash on top, and that's basically it. So I'll take this camera out into a heavy surf, and I'll swim around. It weighs about 25 pounds, so I need to swim with one arm, camera out in front of me. I need to get into position, and then I need to take the shot when it's ready to be taken.
Right, we actually have his website up with some of the pictures on there, and you can see them, and they're, I mean, just incredible that you can get the barrel, the little chocolate barrel.
The barrel shots. The barrel shots are very popular. I personally love them. I'm a surfer. I enjoy that perspective, and when you combine the barrel shot with the flash, it's, I believe, very impressive. Just seeing those elements lit up that you normally wouldn't see, especially under different circumstances.
And you also do like landscape shots. There's a can I pick this one up over
absolutely,
here?
Yeah.
So there's a picture of Wrightsville Beach, right?
Yeah, this is a shot I took of Wrightsville Beach in 2006 from a helicopter. The thing about aerial photography is you really need a helicopter to get proper angles. This shot was taken over Masonboro, not extremely high. I'm not a pilot, so I don't know how high we were, but it was at a good distance up. As you can see, the angling of the island came in nicely. We have Harbor Island right here, landfall, and of course the south end of Wrightsville Beach.
Cool. Well, if you guys are interested in looking at some more of this art, you can go to edasurf.com, and then of course the art show tonight at Red Dog. So we will send it back to you guys in the studio.
I think we both like that picture quite a bit. We're back at 14 minutes after the hour, and all morning long we've been getting to know a local artist who creates some hyper-realistic and mind-bending art, and been looking at it on the webpage. It is outstanding.
It really is good stuff. He demonstrates how he gives some of his art texture and some of the ideas that go behind him setting up these pieces of art. Really interesting stuff, Zach. We were looking on the website. He prints to metal, correct? Is that it's for outdoor art as well?
Yeah, all this stuff is weatherproof. The back is metal, and then he takes the prints and he wraps it around the metal, right? And then it's waterproof, weatherproof, snowproof.
Everything proof.
Everything proof. So yeah, you can hang it outside, you can hang it inside, it's whatever. But what we're going to talk about now is how he takes an ordinary photograph and turns it into an extraordinary photograph. So you add depth to these huge photos. Tell us kind of how you do it, what you do, and what it adds to the photo.
Yeah, so what I'm going to be doing and what I do to these images is I add a translucent compound on top of the pictures. Now, that's going to give it texture, and with the texture comes almost a type of 3D element. As well, when you have it hanging in your house and you walk across it, you're going to see different aspects of the picture. Kind of like if you saw a glossy photograph versus a matte photograph, only it's intertwined in the image.
Right, so I'm going to step behind the camera and let him show you how he does it, and he's going to explain kind of what's happening as he does it.
All right, so as you can see, the piece intrinsically has lines in it that flow with the water. It gives you a good idea of what direction the water is going. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these translucent compounds, and I'm going to go in the direction and with the grain of the artwork. Okay, so as the wave breaks, I'm going with the wave, and I'm adding these. This is a gloss compound, so these lines are going to be drawn out more glossy than, say, this matte background, which is going to give it a standoffish appearance as far as when you look at it in a room. Okay, so this is a finished example of what I was just doing, and as you can see, if Zach's getting it right here, there's different lines and different aspects to the piece. As you can see, this background is matte, and these lines that I've added to the wave give it extra definition. This piece in particular was a shot of Figure 8 a couple years ago, and a spot I call Sandbag Point. Here we have another image, and
yeah, we're kind of out of time, but okay, we'll get back to more of it. Colin, I know you really like these. I mean, these waves are really cool. And how's the weather going to be for taking pictures of waves today?
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Bob and I were. Let me see if I can expand this image. This is one of his pictures here, one of the aerial photographs of the battleship, Bob. Kind of a view you never see.
That's true, looking like that. And again, we're looking at his webpage, and he's got some outstanding artwork. Some of these nautical scenes we've been looking at. This morning we've been checking out a local artist who makes art that is really out of this world. Some outstanding work. Zach Hunt is down at Riceville Beach to tell us a little bit more about this artist. Zach, good morning. We've been looking at the webpage. I mean, he has got some outstanding looking work. And we both, Colin and I, really like this picture of Riceville Beach you have here. This one.
Yeah, the pictures he takes are absolutely amazing, but the other part of his whole, what is it, your repertoire, your portfolio?
My artistic vision.
His artistic vision, if you will, is this abstract portion. And really, abstract art is what you make of it, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, abstract art, some people like it, other people love it, other people hate it. And that's kind of the way it goes with abstract work. You don't know what you're going to get until it's completed, and that's kind of my approach to abstract creation.
So you've got one started here. Literally, you just mix some paint together, oil paints, right?
Yeah, so I have my primary colors. I have oil paint, and I have some different colors that I've pre-mixed. Here's a little purple. One thing that I really like to do with my work is have a lot of contrast in between your darker colors and your light colors. Now, when these oil paints mix, they're going to mix very slowly, and because of that, they're going to bleed and blend very slowly. Now,
so I'm gonna step behind and I'm gonna zoom in so people can see what you're talking about.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so we just have a piece that we just started a second ago, and what I'm doing here is I'm taking my primary colors and I'm just applying them in a very Jackson Pollock abstract expressionist technique, and he's one of my influences in my work.
Lift it up for us so
Okay, so this is kind of a drip that's going on. Now what I'll do is I'll have this be an actual piece. Maybe it's not completed, obviously, because I just started it. But we'll take this piece, we'll let the colors bleed a bit, mix into each other. Then I'll take my high resolution camera and I'll find what I see are interesting aspects to the work. Maybe these colors mixing with the reds mixing with the purples and the blues, and I'll look for waves, and I call this fluidity. Now,
and this is basically the final product of the waves right here. So
so this piece, for instance, was a sibling, or should I say a child of this piece. This was the original creation, and as you can see, there's a lot going on. But while this was being created, I created this work right here and found a big wave in there, and now we have, voila, surf art.
Voila. So there it is, surf art. He is Sean Ruttkay of EDA Surf. Check out the art show tonight at Red Dogs, and we'll send it back to you guys.
All right, talented young man there with that display tonight.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a splendid Thursday. I'm here at the Elemental Digital Art Studio with Sean Ruttkay. So good morning, Sean. How are you?
Good morning, Zach. How you doing? Thanks for coming.
I'm fired up, man. I am really excited about the artwork you have and what you're doing. And then the art show tonight is going to be even cooler because there's going to be pro surfers there exhibiting their art. And so tell us a little bit about your artwork and then this art show tonight.
Yeah, all right. Well, my artwork is very water-centric. It's natural-based, and all my pieces are weatherproof, and they can be hung outside. So it's the springtime. If you need to decorate your porch patio, I'm the man. And
right.
For those winter months, I can situate your interior space as well.
That's right. So yeah. We've got your website. You can see some of the pieces that you've done there, and it's really cool because you've got your realistic things, and then you've got your abstract art, and it's just incredible to see how you take a simple picture and then turn it into something unique and three-dimensional almost. It catches your eye. So kind of explain how you do that.
All right, well, I kind of work on two different levels. I work in the realm of realism, and that kind of would describe my water photography. As you can see, this is a very realistic image. However, it's got a flash housing component to it, and you can see the movement. But I also do work in the realm of abstraction, and today we're going to do a little demonstration as to how you create work like this.
Right on. So, yeah, stick with us. In about 30 minutes or so, we'll come back. We'll have some really just unique. Everything
Very unique.
Abstract is unique, isn't it?
It is. It's part of the element of abstraction is
right.
The uniqueness of it. Yeah.
And you're the only guy who's doing this, adding texture to these pictures.
That is correct. As far as I know, according to Google, I'm the only one creating art this way.
All right. So if you guys want to go out to the art show tonight, it's at Red Dogs. Starts at 8.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, and there's going to be all types of artwork out.
All ages. Bring the family.
Bring the fam. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Zach, thanks very much. From realism to abstract. This morning we've been checking out a local artist who makes art that is just outstanding. Our Carolina of the Morning, Zach Hunt, is joining us one more time this morning from down at Riceville Beach. Let's go to Zach right now. And Zach, here you are again. He is working hard on this. The abstract right in front of you, he continues to work on that. He stops and goes back a little bit, right? Right there at your knees, the one in front of you.
Bob, I'm sorry I couldn't quite hear you. The transmission is going in and out, but we're not actually at Wrightsville Beach. We're at Elemental Digital Art Studio. This is Sean Ruttkay, and he creates these beautiful pieces of art. So we're going to talk about how he takes the normal picture and he turns it into something a little different. So go ahead and kind of show us what you're going to do with this picture of this wave behind us.
Right, so as you can see, this is the bonsai pipeline. I took this shot this past winter out in the channel there, and as you can see, there's a lot of lines that are intrinsic to the piece, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to add some texture here, and what this is going to do is it's going to dry translucently and give the lines an extra bit of accentuation. Now, what that will do when you hang it in your house is it's going to put off different rays of light as you move across it in a room. Now, this is I call this a textured art, and it, as I said, draws out different aspects of the art inside.
Right, so you really can't see this, actually. It dries clear.
Yeah, it dries clear, but it's when you see it in different lights that you see the texture.
Right, and it gives it that depth, and you can really see it as you're walking past, even from different angles. I mean, it just adds a great little pop. And so, with that uniqueness, we go to the completely unique and one-of-a-kind artwork that is abstract art. I mean,
right.
This is...
Right, so what we were dealing with here was realism. Now this is abstraction. And what I've done here is I've applied oil-based paints to my substrate, and as the oil paints dry, they're going to bleed into one another. And if you were here with us, you could see very abstract coloring that contrast with each other very nicely. Now, what I'll do is I'll take that image and then photograph it and blow it up to a large piece. I'll find maybe a wave or an aspect of the piece that is visually stimulating,
right.
And I'll make it big.
And so there you go. You can get these really unique pieces of work. So there's an art show tonight at Red Dogs. Starts at 8. Make sure you go out there and see it. There's going to be a lot of artwork out there for you guys to enjoy. So back to you in the studio.